Hard to imagine that anyone lives out here.
Actually, there are billions of life signs beneath the surface.
Okar?
No, they are larger and faster.
Sounds like something we want to avoid.
You again. Are you following us?
Sorry for the intrusion. The name's Adam.
I know who you are. You saved my novice, and emissary Sareth, who invited you to our worlds. What do you want?
Be careful. We cannot trust him.
After we met, I ran into some grunts from Okar Prime. They were looking for the boy.
I told you they were following you.
Well, I had to see. I am certain the tower was once part of the cenotaph. It was just an excursion.
Sorry, but what is this all about?
Don't tell him.
This man risked his life for you. He deserves to know why. We are Heriok, scholars versed in the bygone ways of our people. We are the last of our order here on Kormat, guardians of knowledge and lore in the shadow of the cenotaph. Some time ago, a Prime activist sought us out. He needed someone to translate an old script. Naturally, we declined.
What was the script about?
About the cenotaph. That's the large tower nearby. But that is all I know. The area they found it in is in this canyon, but it is overrun with toxic bugs. I intended to inform the Clerical Council, but with many secretly sympathizing with Prime, we might end up making matters worse. Whatever Prime is searching for, they must never find it. Ancient technology was used once before, and it didn't end well.
The technology is not the problem. It's the taboo surrounding it. Only Prime is willing to break it.
How about I make a scan of the script and let you figure out what they were after?
And why would you do that?
Because Okar and humans have found a fragile balance, and I don't want to see it tip to either side.
A human? Helping us?
Well, the emissary seems to trust him, and we are running out of time. All right. What we need is a full unbroken script. In Old Okar, context is everything. If only one glyph is missing, we cannot translate it. I'm Kaliath, by the way, and this is Seriak.
Don't worry. Your script will be in safe hands with me.
I do hope so. Here are the coordinates.
you the most disgusting enemies always show up in the tightest spaces. Callieth, I'm inside the ruins. There are blue slabs on the walls, but no writing.
The script might be veiled. Look for some mechanism or device that could help you reveal it. And remember, I need a full, unbroken script.
This slab is mostly broken and cannot be fully copied. Another broken slab. Did this script look unbroken to you? Are you even looking at the slabs before you let me do all the work? Copy complete.
Hive, can you read it?
Negative. I have no data on old Okar. The Harriock's expertise is passed on verbally and never recorded.
Must be unusual for you, not knowing everything.
I refuse to engage in taunts like this.
So it does hit a nerve. Interesting.
I brought you a copy of the script.
Good. Give me a moment. I have to focus.
Did you see any ornaments, reliefs, signs of worship?
I don't know. It was just a tunnel leading to an empty vault.
Of course you would say that.
It seems that the text was written during the Udureth period. Those were the founding days of Okarkind, when the first Grandmaster was named. The details are vague, but it claims that the cenotaph itself harbors some kind of old relic or tool.
Or weapon?
No, it's more like a key. It mentions its location, but for a proper translation, I need more time.
That is one thing we don't have. Prime is already on the move.
I know. Whatever this key unlocks, it's powerful.
So I just fly over to the cenotaph, look for the entrance, and then...
There is no entrance. Not until the structure's energy flow is reinstated from all three arms.
How do you know that?
Because that was the setup at the other tower. Look, the structure there was similar, although on a much smaller scale. When I tried to energize the core, I became entangled in its web. But don't look at me like that! There is so much we can learn from them!
I better get going. Call me once you know more.
Okay, near the cenotaph. No sign of Okar Prime so far. How do I get inside?
As I said, there are three arms stretching away from the core structure. You'll need to re-energize them. That's my best guess. But who knows? No one tempered with them for millennia.
We'll find out soon enough. If I don't get held up by an ancient warden. That's what usually happens around sites like this. connection was made. Now what?
It activated some kind of device above. I marked it on your HUD.
These things again. Callieth, I activated an ancient lens which moved parts of the tower. Is this good or bad?
The lenses are memory oculars. They contain architectural knowledge of the original structure, and will try to repair it. The last time they were used, they resurrected an ancient relic during the war. It was very unfortunate, but in our case, it might be necessary to find the entrance.
I must add that parts below ground try to move as well. This made the earth around here quite unstable.
Meaning...
Be careful of caves. Ancient lens has risen.
Callieth, you mentioned that Prime used the power of the Ancients before?
Not Prime, The warrior caste. A Navarch named Imroth utilized a powerful relic against the humans. He was a fool.
He saw no other way. The enemy was pouring into our system and threatened our very existence.
He nearly annihilated his own fleet.
Do you think this Imroth is behind Prime's current plans?
Unlikely. He is no longer with us. After the relic was destroyed, he was tried as a war criminal and punished. His most fervent followers ended up creating Okar Prime. They still worship him to this day.
All 3 arms energized. see that, Hive?
A wormhole is opened in the center of the tower.
That must be our way in. I'm inside.
Look around. According to the script, the key should be inside a chamber close by.
You may have to unlock it first, however.
An earthquake?
This must be the effect of the tower, still trying to reassemble.
Any idea where I might find the right combination for these runes?
Data recommends looking outside of the box when faced with a difficult problem.
Thank you, Hive. That's highly original.
It might help, however. just opened.
Finally. This is it. Let's call the others. I may have found the key. Hello?
We're here.
There's some kind of radiation coming from it. Nothing that my hold can't handle, but you should be prepared before I bring it over.
Hide it. Run!
Zariak? What's going on?
It's too late!
What do you mean it's...
It means the relic will be ours. So don't interfere, human.
The connection was severed.
It was just a matter of time before these guys showed up. Damn, they shut the portal.
Surrender, human. There is no way out for you.
We'll see about that.
The earthquakes are destabilizing the walls. I must inform you that this allowed Trenix to join the fight.
Always one thing after another.
I'm afraid you have run out of options.
No, you said the earthquakes are destabilizing the walls. Maybe we just have to pay attention to where.
I recommend not enjoying yourself too much, for the cave is about to collapse.
What? How much time do I have?
Barely any.
This tunnel better not be a dud. Of course, we had to stir up an entire nest.
Is this not what you always do?
Actually, it's always done to me. You think I enjoy fighting through legions of exploding goo balls?
I do sometimes wonder.
Yes, we're out. Talia, do you read me? Damn it. We need to get back to the Hariok Taj. Hope we're not too late.
Be ready to make a quick exit should things get nasty.
No need. The place is abandoned. We are alone.
No sign of the Hariok?
Negative. I attempted to track them, but to no avail.
Damn it! Well, the good news is it's the key Prime really wants. So sooner or later, they'll have to come to us. All we can do is wait for them to make the next move. I just hope Kaliath and Seriak are all right.
Hey, Hive. Got any sweet tunes pre-installed?
You mistake me for onboard entertainment. I assure you, I am not here for your leisure.
I've been diving into Delia's music collection. It's quite something. You ever hear of Jerobian synth jazz?
It must be obscure if it is nowhere in my databases.
It's like jangle syntax with a clear loud choir influence. It was big on the outer colonies in the 2600s.
It sounds dreadful. Multiple signatures of ancient origin.
As if I don't have enough to deal with already.
What do you want?
Hi, I'm just browsing.
If you were looking for a battery for your ship, I must disappoint you. We had a Colonial made one, but it is gone now.
Gone? How?
I don't know. It is a mystery for a more clerical mind. I am a warrior and as such am more concerned with other matters, like a stranger who might be looking to buy Okar weaponry in my shop.
Don't worry, I'm on your side.
And which side do you think that is?
The one who doesn't want any unnecessary trouble.
An uncommon perspective for a human, but one I can welcome for now.
Conversing with the trader, I detected a suspicious energy signature from within the station. Somebody opened a wormhole inside the shop. It may concern the disappearance of the missing colonial device.
You think it was stolen?
It is a very weak hypothesis. I lack the data to verify this.
Let me know if you notice it again.
Understood.
Hey, Hive, you got any good jokes?
Why is it that you persistently mistake me for a personal voice assistant?
I don't know. Why is it that I persistently mistake you for a personal voice assistant?
I should not merit that with a response.
I don't get it, Hive. You gotta work on your delivery, man. What is that?
It is undoubtedly of ancient origin.
Ah, a human. How may I be of service?
I thought this was a trading station. It looks more like an archive to me.
Oh, it is both. Knowledge is most valuable if it is put to use. This weapon, for example, has been refined for half a millennium, as documented in the chronicle in the shelf over there.
But it is for sale?
Certainly. Truth be told, I never had the opportunity to sell one to a human before. Let me show you our catalog. It's on this screen over here.
This one's highlighted as missing.
That's odd. Please excuse me for a moment.
The missing object appears to be a data cube of colonial origin, possibly scavenged from a war wreck.
I am sorry. I don't know how this could have happened. No one had access to this part of the archive. Please, look around while I keep searching.
Once again, there is a barely noticeable energy signature coming from within the station. It is clearly caused by some kind of wormhole or portal technology.
Just like at the other station. This can't be a coincidence. Someone is stealing colonial tech.
I am only evaluating physical clues, not making any assumptions. For more clarity, I require additional data.
Okay, in Superlight again. How to pass the time?
A power nap, perhaps.
And waste this precious opportunity to annoy you?
I knew it. You do it purposefully.
Deep inside those circuits, you know it gives you meaning.
We'll see who breaks first.
get spoiled by the ease of spatial bypass travel. This is it. The clone carrier's right up ahead. Hive, do you think I'm doing the right thing?
Moral dilemmas are beyond the scope of my programming. Besides, we have company.
Scavengers. Great.
Are about to jump in.
Need a hand?
Ghost?
Wasn't easy to follow you with all that weird spatial bypass magic. So, the doc filled us in on your plan. Touching, but also crazy.
Too crazy?
You're about to give a pal a second chance. Ball got your back on this. Pulled straws on who was allowed to help, so you wouldn't have to do it alone.
Not sure if I should at all, though.
Take your time. Make up your mind. We're busy for now, anyway.
Leave this place. It is cursed. Do not transgress or you will awaken the ghosts again.
You talking about me?
No, me. This is where all my clones were grown.
That's wild.
superstition kept them at bay. Otherwise, this place would have been picked clean long ago.
Your newly hatched friend will have to get used to it. A lot of folks are scared of clones, oh immortal one.
No one would know. Not if he's showing up in any registries. Let's talk at the carrier. The air inside is breathable, but the environment is sub-zero. I'll have Hive reactivate the life support systems.
Automation prepared and protocols uploaded. Androids are undertaking the cleanup duties.
Whew, this place is a mess. Let's start by fixing it up.
So we are doing this.
Yeah, I made up my mind. I am going to clone Dax.
Every time I come back here, it gives me the creeps.
What? You afraid you might bump into yourself?
Wouldn't be a first. Let's move him to the adaptation chamber. He's ready for a memory transfer.
Bet he's in for one hell of a hangover.
It shaved a few years off him. At least. Look, let me handle this from here. You stay here, in case things go sideways. Memory transfer's underway. Done. Let's see how it worked.
Who are you?
Hey, buddy. Guess you don't know me. We picked up your memory chip from Justine. I'm a friend.
Then how come I don't know you?
We met after your last memory backup, before,
Hey, what's up with these?
Right. Give me a sec. Careful.
What is going on here?
Easy there.
Now you're gonna tell me everything.
Your name is Dexter Bashar. You split from the fleet with Henley Maddox and a droid named Eduardo. You made base on Rhodia 2. And then, you met me.
I'm not stupid. This place is a cloning facility. What have you done to me?
Listen, you were taken by the Bloodstar gang and tortured. We escaped together. But then you were killed.
What?
But we brought you back.
What the hell do you people want from me? Is this about the job?
Calm down. Let me start over.
I've heard of scammers using memory-altering drugs. But cloning the target is new. You're after the treasure, right? Well, fat chance.
The treasure's gone, the comet has passed. Wait, let me explain. Ghost, wake up.
That was one angry dude. He hit me like a freighter.
And he took your ship.
What?
I've got a tracker on it. Dax must have used the logs to find Kala's directions and jumped out. He headed straight to Prescott. If we hurry, we might catch him.
My baby! If he tears that upholstery, I'm gonna rip him a new one. risky for me coming here. There's still a bounty on my head.
Don't worry. We'll find Dax, take back your ship, and be out again. Easy.
Don't jinx it.
Hive, do you detect him?
Give me a moment. It is difficult to be precise in this traffic. There he is.
Dax? Hey, Dax! He's trying to get away.
Be gentle when you try to catch my baby.
I will temporarily disable all lethal weaponry.
Come on, talk to me.
Yeah, talk to him. Don't let him do anything stupid.
I could stun his ship.
But not near the walls, or a thruster, or in the middle of traffic. It's rush hour for Saul's sake.
He's giving me no other choice. I have to use an EMP.
How to wipe my entire podcast library.
Just want to talk.
I can confirm that the pilot is receiving your transmissions.
I'm going to disable his ship.
My ship. She's a sensitive one, you hear?
Okay, nowhere to go. Let's talk. Dax.
I could add pressure by applying highly annoying whining sounds to the ship's interior.
Much like what you do with me?
Very clever. I'm impressed. Let me demonstrate.
What the? Make it stop! Hey, you're not Dax.
Is that the guy who sold me this beauty? Damn it. I knew something was off. It was too good to be true.
I want you out of that ship, now.
Okay. We can talk at the market below. Just turn off the whining.
Rude.
You morons know that this baby is an antiquity in the making, right? If there is just one scratch on it, I swear.
Careful now. If anyone gets to worry about her, it's me.
Tough luck, dude. I bought her fair and square.
I'm sure we can work something out.
Do you noobs even know whose ship this is? It belonged to Ghost the Pain Giver, Scourge of Smuggler's Wheel. If you want it, you can have it for 500,000 credits.
The Pain Giver? Really?
That's a new one.
Aren't you worried that the Pain Giver might want his ship back?
Nah, he's gone. Probably dead. Just like that guy who commissioned the bounty on his head. Got pushed out of an airlock. Gang stuff. You wanna know.
Wait, what? Sandpiper's dead?
So you do know Jack?
Yeah. You know why?
Why?
Because I am Ghost.
What?
This is my ship!
What? Oh, scrap. Oh, damn. Look, you can have it back. I didn't know.
Wait, the guy who sold it to you, do you know where he went?
He, wanted to buy a new ship. Asked about the jump gate to Ethon. If it's functional and all.
Ethon? Dax mentioned that he used to be stationed there.
Hey, you glued a cup holder to my canopy.
Screw this! I'm out!
Son of a... After all this time...
You okay, Ghost?
Of course, with Sandpiper gone, looks like I'm a freer man now. Weird.
You want to head back to Rhodia? Get used to your new freedom and all? I can go after Dax alone.
Right, but pass on a dropkick to that sucker when you see him, okay? The Pain Giver. I could get used to that.
Hey, Adam, how did it go?
Well, cloning Dax was successful, but I'm still in the process of explaining that to him.
He must be very confused.
Confused, yeah. But he remembers how to throw a punch. What's the situation at base?
Eduardo is still searching your friend's memories. It's one of those haystack needle operations. Everyone else is holding out at Turene's.
We're fine. Just focus on Dax, okay?
He's not making it easy, but we'll get there. Talk to you soon. Hive, is that gate safe?
It is a pre-war model. It requires no jump key, but a good amount of engineering expertise. Someone passed through it recently before they overcharged it to get rid of pursuers like you.
Must have been Dax. Who else would enter a star system that could go supernova at any time? Can we decharge it? Maybe I could lower the amount of energy aimed at the gate. This was one hasty job. I should be able to fix it.
Severing the flow of energy should be sufficient to restore the gate.
A feat of brilliant engineering. Let's catch up with Dax. Thought I'd be back here so soon. This place is a wasteland.
The high radiation levels from the near supernova star led to the system's uninhabitable status. Only the most desperate outlaws still venture this far.
Dax and Maddox were stationed here back in the war. Can you mark their former outpost for me?
I do not detect anything in the vicinity.
Hey, did you see that? A bouncing HUD marker. There are beanbags nearby.
Excuse me.
They're Dax's MO, signal distractors. We also set some up to hide our station at Rhodia. Looks like that wasn't the first time they put them in play.
If distractors are in use, they should be somewhere close by. I have mapped all points of potential interest in the vicinity.
Excellent. The hunt is on. spying on me.
Come on, Adam. You're not that interesting. At least not at the moment. That spotlight is taken by an old acquaintance of ours. He went viral, so to speak.
The virus, it's back? I'll head over to your station as soon as I can. Found it. Hive, you have any idea how to disrupt this disruptor?
One of the antennas is loose and might break, so in this case, I recommend brute force.
There you go. Easy.
Breaking things is your speciality, after all.
That's one down. 2 more and we'll hopefully find Dax.
I must inform you that we are once again being followed.
Is it Dax?
I cannot say. The stalking originated at Prescott Starbase.
Update me should they prepare to engage.
Understood.
Damn, solar storm.
I recommend taking cover, quickly.
This beanbag looks pretty stable.
If it cannot be broken, you can still attempt to block its signal.
There.
The amount of lead in the debris was sufficient to block the disruptor's broadcast.
1 more to go.
Hey, buddy, how'd the cloning go?
I still have to catch up with the clone before I can be certain.
A lively little kicker, huh? That's a good sign. Say, should all this cloning biz end up becoming a thing? Would you offer the same service to your old buddy Alec?
You want to be cloned?
Man, I got 42 kids to feed. Could help myself out here.
I don't know. Still trying to figure out if this was a good idea.
If my original was a clone and whiz like yours, I'd have done the same thing.
Alec, you are your own original.
Ah, thanks, man. Oh, I gotta go. My son's calling. Need to research which one before I can pick up.
Beanbag and a bunch of Hydras. Just like old times.
You could wait for the Hydra to grow close enough and take care of the problem itself.
Or I find a way to accelerate the process. Always grow this fast?
The Hydra anemones feed on waves and radiation, preferably disruptor waves, as it seems. With the third beanbag gone, I was able to locate a military station nearby.
That must be Dax's place. Let's aim for a better first impression than last time.
just gave us the long version of what happened. You okay?
We'll see soon enough. How's Eduardo?
I am still busy browsing Dax's memories. Apparently, I am frequently referenced as the old nerd. I try not to be offended.
That's just Dax being Dax. You are doing a great job. Once this thing is settled, I'll treat you to some really fancy batteries. Talk to you soon.
One step closer and you can breathe through your windshield. How did you know about the beanbags?
I told you, we used to be friends. Eduardo, the old nerd, says hi, by the way.
Cute, but I'm not stupid. Leave or get blown to bits. It's your call.
Listen, we escaped from Bloodstar and hid at Rhodia 2. That's where you told me about the beanbags and your crew.
Keep talking. This is getting entertaining.
You know, it's not easy to make a point when everything around you is trying to kill you. They've locked onto me. company.
That showed them.
Come on. How long do we have to keep doing this? Why can't you just leave me be? I told you. We used to be friends.
It's the truth.
Justine.
Together, you and him caused quite the stir in Cedo. Blew up every base Bloodstar threw at you and even smacked gas mask Bolton.
Don't tell me you're in on this.
He's not trying to scam you. If it weren't for him, there would be nothing left of you. Just so happens that you died before you could upload all those sweet shared memories.
Okay, you can dock, but don't try anything funny.
Justine, what's up with your face?
Always the charmer. It's called aging, you dumbass.
And you're such a scrawny kid. Are you honestly telling me that this guy helped me beat up that moron Bolton?
Couldn't have done it without you.
Even in old age, you still kicked ass.
Okay, that I can believe. You sure you want to vouch for this guy?
He went through the trouble of bringing you back from the dead, so yeah.
And the comet, it's really gone?
Yeah, it would have triggered a massive war with the Okar if anyone had tinkered with it. They call it Eshahar. There's hardly anything more sacred to them than that piece of rock. So, we let it go.
Eshahar, huh? Maddox was the one doing the research on that thing. He said we would have to crack a few eggs, but he never mentioned the whole bloody omelet. How did he take it?
He got killed.
Not surprised. That bastard had it coming. And Eduardo?
Right now, he's hooked up to your old home in Cedo, trying to stop your self-destructing booby trap.
Maddox being a jerk and Eduardo desperately cleaning up our mess. Classic.
You could give him a hand.
I guess I owe the old nerd a couple of favors. All right. I'll follow you back to Rhodia. We can figure it out as we go.
Plans are for fools after all.
Precisely.
Hey, everyone. I talked to Dax.
How'd it go?
He kinda agreed to help with our problem.
Excellent. These memories are very badly curated. Not all of them are intended for other people's consumption.
How did he take the fact that he's a clone?
He's always been the practical type. I hope he can see the advantage. You did good, pal. Let's focus on what's ahead. See you all at base. I've always been curious. Do you know who designed you?
I am the product of centuries of research and advancement involving generations of the finest human minds.
Yeah, sure. But there must have been someone responsible for your particular brand of, how to put it, perkiness.
I cannot infer what you mean.
That's my point. I mean, they were probably a pretty humorless bunch to have made an AI like you.
I evolved from rigorously tried and tested processes intended to aid pilots in vital situations. Humor is not a vital situation.
Well, that's a conversation killer. I bet your designers were real popular in the canteen.
I met before, so let's just get this all over with.
Hey, I talked to him. He should be good now.
Thanks. He's more hot-headed than the Dax I used to know.
You have no idea. It's strange having him around again. It's him and not him at the same time. I'm still trying to figure it out. I told him what happened with Bloodstar and us. He's still processing it.
You never did anything wrong, Justine.
We doing this thing or what? Let me relieve you from your post, old buddy.
Dax, you haven't aged a day.
You just had to rub it in. Computer, ignore him. It's me you want.
Identity confirmed. Self-destruct sequence aborted.
That's it? The base is saved?
Yep, it's all yours. Be seeing ya.
Thanks, man. For everything. I might have ruined your plans, but I never took you for a fool.
You probably did the right thing by saving that comet. I'll admit that Maddox had me blinded by the golden opportunity.
I made sure that Commissioner Hawk will grant you amnesty. Even as a clone, you could go wherever you want. Or you could stay here with us.
Thanks for the offer. But this place is like the edge of the scrapping universe.
It's not. But if you squint, you can see it from here.
You really did know me, huh? This is all so weird. Justine playing the older sister? This base turning into some kind of hub? Don't know how I feel about having died and living on as a copy of myself, though.
You'll get used to it.
Surely beats being dead, huh?
So, what's next for you?
Don't know. Probably visit some worlds, chill out.
Maybe kayaking?
Pardon, we have received a distress beacon from the Nephtis Orbital Refinery. They are under attack.
By outlaws?
They do not say.
If there are casualties, we have a responsibility to help. I'll prep my kit.
Hold up, Delia. Let me secure the site first.